Well, hello everybody. Figured since, well, I haven't been uploading much, like I said I would've, but, well, I'm gonna make it up to you, and I'm gonna start a new series. This series is gonna be, well, going through my unreleased prop islands, because I actually have 5, I believe. I don't even know how many I have. I'm pretty sure the exact number is 5. I do believe. Anyway, well, might as well show you what this whole island has. And basically, this is where it all began. Like, this is where unreleased props began. If I remember correctly, Chapter 2, Season 1, and I'm pretty actually no. Chapter 1, Season X was the first glitch to get props from Main Island, which is how we got the Gotham City semi-truck and other stuff from Season X, such as the cone roof, which was from Starry Suburbs, and a bunch of other things as well from that season and chapter altogether. But yeah, you weren't able to get walls, I believe, in Chapter 1 Season X. Otherwise we would have a bunch of walls from that chapter, but, you know, of course, didn't work like that back then. Moving on to Chapter 2 Season 1, there was like a bunch of stuff. That's where most of the stuff came from, like all the walls and stuff. And of course, we didn't have a Main Island glitch for like 5 whole seasons. There was like a major unreleased prop drought, and we were just looking. I joined a group of friends on Discord. It all started when I started talking to one of the people of that server on Reddit, asking for a curved sidewalk. That's where it all began, and that's how I got most of the stuff. But yeah, let's actually continue with the actual content that is inside this island. So, you're probably wondering what all this is. Well, it's the remains of the grotto. There used to be a lot more here, I promise you. But Epic Games did a file cleanout, which killed literally everything from the grotto, except this wall. This is literally the only wall we have that's memorabilia of the grotto, basically. Like, the floors, they don't really show grotto. They show kind of like IO. But when you look at this wall, you immediately think like authority or grotto. But in this case, grotto. Over here we have glitched agency pieces. I'm not exactly sure how people got this. I think I don't know. I don't remember what my friends said how they obtained those, but I don't know. Some lazy lake walls and the agent office, or I forget, secret agent office, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, it's the Chapter 2 one from Retail Rose, Chapter 2 version, as well as the Big Shots, Chapter 2 Big Shots. Only OGs will remember the glitch that I used to use. But I don't think, do we still have the original player spawner? I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't. Well, what we used to do is we used to put spawner here, cone here, and it would shoot you above the barrier. Only OGs will remember. Anyway, continuing on, just a bunch of random stuff from Chapter 2. This is the one house from Retail Row, I believe. I do believe. I'm not entirely sure. A bunch of Chapter 2 gas station pieces. I made this gallery myself. It's very basic, not gonna lie. Modern House by Lazy Lake. Got everything from that. And the one and only wall we got from the destroyed greenhouse over by Salty, I believe. I don't remember entirely, but I was so angry when I found out we only had one wall from that building, and we literally couldn't get anything from it anymore. Because, you know, Main Island, we didn't have it until Season 7, Chapter 2. Some legendary pieces that are very popular, such as the Tilted Noms, the Unreleased Prefab, as well as the Twin Apartments, which is also the other Unreleased Prefab. I still don't know why they haven't released them yet. It's a mystery still to be solved. A bunch of random Save the World Castle pieces. I'm not entirely sure where those are from. They could be from Gotham City. Actually, no, that's impossible. Well, you know what? I don't know. I really don't know. A bunch of other Lazy Lake pieces, I believe. It sucks we didn't get a ton of Lazy Lake pieces, so we can't really fully recreate it. A bunch of glitched Durburger pieces. That's how we got this corner piece. By glitching the taco roof on mobile, I believe. It had something to do with mobile, I think, but that's how we got the corner Durburger roof. My favorite part, obviously, being a car guy, is the vehicles. There are actually a decent amount of unreleased vehicle colors in Chapter 2. You're probably wondering why these three are here. Well, these used to be police cars, but, you know, the whole transformation to go back to normal cars, this is what happened to them. Yeah, a lot of you might not remember that there used to be a red and gray police car. Not a lot of you are going to remember that, but I thought I'd remind you. Coming on over here, another Chapter 1 building. I've been told they got this from a creative map made by Epic or something. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, anyway. Most of the Gotham City props and such are in this area, such as the billboard, the PD lights, the PD light, not lights, emergency sign, the train tracks that look a lot different than the normal ones we have from Shifty, and the semi-truck, the Wayne Enterprises truck, I believe, and then these I don't know what you call these, but it was from a church in Gotham City, I believe. This also used to be the SWAT van, the Save the World SWAT van. It's also unbreakable, as well as the battle bus we got, also unbreakable. Now over here, you might be wondering what this text means on this truck. Well, basically, this truck was very rare. You may notice it has a very dark shade of red. Well, or not dark shade, more like a very saturated red. Well, basically, why I put that text there is to remind me of how long it took us to get that. I'm gonna say it took us about somewhere between 2 weeks to a month it took us to get that. I even remember the 3 props that took us that long to get. It was this truck. Let's see, where is it? The Save the World water cooler and the toy shelf. It took us like a whole week to a month to get 3 props because the dude would not cooperate with us. Apparently the dude was just like wasting time and almost was like never had a chance to get on. It was really irritating. If you were in my shoes, you would know why. Yeah. Over here is just a bunch of random props from Chapter 2. Grotto computers, Coral Buddies, and they're actually moving. They're not, like, broken. The infamous corn shelf. Not very infamous, I don't know why I said that. This would have been the Shadow poster, join Shadow. But of course, we didn't get that, so the texture was removed. Bunch of chairs from the dance place on top of the mountain. Guardrails from Chapter 1. Grotto shipping containers, some of them lost their textures. So, rip. I think this was the table from the grotto. It was actually this prop was brought back in the Mega City, I believe, which is why it's here again. Now, and the Camp Cod flag, which actually, fun fact, the texture for Camp Cod flag was removed, but was brought back with a Save the World update to one of the Plankerton biomes. There was a new, like, Plankerton biome, and that biome happened to bring back the Camp Cod flag, because they used it, as well as the Weeping Woods sign. So how did we get this? Because you're probably wondering how we got this, considering the fact that the whole texture for it was removed, and it became a white flag. Basically, I discovered a way to bring back textures for props that were removed a while ago. You needed to have an island with a prop on it that had a backup before the update that removed it. And if you restored it to that backup, it brought back textures to some things. Actually explained that better than I thought I would. Anyway, moving on. A bunch of other stuff, as well as another infamous prop is the destroyed agency tree, which took us also forever to get. As well as the spinning slurp sign, which is very glitchy for some reason. The render distance is just terrible. I have no idea why. And another infamous Chapter 1 prop is the Durburger head with the drift spray paint. And I'm pretty sure this is a placeholder texture, which is why it still exists. Another thing, back when the Steamy Stacks Island wasn't deleted, this is how we got most of the Steamy Stacks stuff. And the island, for some reason, still exists, which is why these props are still here. But yeah, it's pretty cool, personally. Alright, we'll get over there in a second. I made this house with the walls that my boy Dorito got. Shout out to him. He's the one who grabbed this house from Main Island in Chapter 2. So yeah, shout out to him. This right here, since we got this destroyed wood wall, is going to try and replicate the modern house from Pleasant Park that got stomped on by the monster. Yeah, I didn't exactly finish it, as you can see, but I was getting, like, far with it. I just stopped, like, doing it because I got bored of it. This is me and Dorito's custom Chapter 2 doghouse, or not doghouse, small house. It is basically most of the stuff's custom because we didn't get all the walls for this building, which also irritates me. And we still don't have all the walls for the building, even like a couple years later. It's pretty sad. Now over here, this is pretty recent, but I started basically I started doing the painful process of trying to recreate the authority with what I had to use. And yeah, this didn't really get far. I kind of stopped. Anyway, moving on. Bunch of stuff I got recently is the Mega City pieces and stuff from Chapter 4 Season 2. Over here, this is also pretty recognizable, is my Deadpool's yacht recreation from Chapter 2 Season 3. Now, as you can see, I got pretty far with it, but I stopped working on it for a while because I had other things to worry about, such as making map changes on time. And yeah, I just put the project aside. Moving on over here, I have 3 of the background buildings. These are also recent. These are the only background buildings to exist as I know it. I'm still waiting for someone to get the red and blue office building from Tilted, or others may call it the chair building, which was from Tilted Towers as well. That was also a unreleased background building, but for some reason we don't have it, as well as Fish Apartments. Fish Apartments was also a background building that was unreleased. So those 2 are still unknown whether or not they're going to be added. But yeah, we just gotta wait. Play the waiting game. Now finally going over here. This is also pretty recent. This was like, these were basically the first meshes I obtained, the unreleased meshes I obtained in Creative 1.0. Basically, these were the ones that started it all. Another thing over here, props I got from a friend of mine. He paid money for these and got scammed, which led to a whole meltdown of one of our Discord friends, which is the person who scammed the dude who paid for them. He was supposed to get more. By the way, these props are from Chapter 2 Season 8. He was supposed to get more, but he got scammed, and, well, yeah, the story just goes on from there. I don't have, like, the exact details, but the dude who just scammed our friend who, like, paid for these props, he's an asshole. Just gonna say that. Anyway, over here, I kind of like stole this from a friend. It's a custom authority logo, as you can see. I forget exactly who I stole that from, but yeah, I stole it. I'll accept my guiltiness. I tried remaking the ruins vault because, yeah, I got the pieces for it, but not all of them apparently. Also, I discovered that these 2 walls from Mega City are actually Stark Industries walls. Yeah, fun fact for you guys that didn't know. And yeah, that's about it for this Unreleased Prop Island. This is the first one, so it's obviously going to get better from here. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace out.